Welcome to the Rescheck blog. Today on the Rescheck blog, we'd like to talk to you about a Rescheck example versus a Rescheck tutorial. Simply go to www.rescheck.info, scroll down to the Rescheck blog. You can find this blog post there. Sit back. Let me read it to you. Today on the Rescheck blog, we want to discuss two common items and how they might become confused. Rescheck examples are very common at helping DIY and do-it-yourself Rescheck creators. Also, a Rescheck tutorial can help Rescheck creators work their way through a Rescheck as well. So what is the exact differences between a Rescheck example and a Rescheck tutorial? Take a look at this Rescheck example versus Rescheck tutorial in depth. Rescheck example has the following traits. Rescheck examples are created using Rescheck Web or Rescheck Desktop. Rescheck examples can contain one of the following energy codes: IECC 2009, 2012, 2015, 2018, 2021, Florida 2017, Massachusetts 2020, Denver 2019, Washington 2017, NYECC 2016, NYECC 2020, 2020 NY Stretch, ICC 2018, Puerto Rico, Utah 2012, Vermont 2020, ICC 24 may be added shortly. A Rescheck example would be a 10 to 13 page PDF or printed report. Rescheck example would contain a page or two of envelope calculations, a checklist, and a compliance certificate. Rescheck examples are helpful because seeing what the end product looks like before starting a Rescheck can give the end user confidence. A Rescheck example for over 750 cities and codes can be found at www.rescheck.info. A Rescheck example is typically free. Rescheck examples can be compared to your finished Rescheck to see what areas of the Rescheck passing and failing can be improved and adjusted. A Rescheck example may be available from your building department or building inspector when they require difficult, complicated, or rarely used items or notations to appear on the Rescheck. Now let's look at the features of a Rescheck tutorial. Rescheck tutorial is an in-depth guide that walks you through the use of Rescheck Web and Rescheck Desktop to create a Rescheck. A Rescheck tutorial will probably take 10 to 15 minutes to watch. Completing your first Rescheck using a Rescheck tutorial could take 10 to 12 hours as you work back and forth from the guide to the software, from your plans to the computer, and create your report. A Rescheck tutorial is similar to a lecture in high school or college class. An instructor shows you the proper use of Rescheck Web and Rescheck Desktop product. Then you have the opportunity to practice that trade yourself. A Rescheck tutorial, typically free. Over 45 Rescheck tutorials are available at rescheck.info on the Rescheck blog. Your building department, building officials, or local green coalition may also offer Rescheck tutorials in person. Rescheck tutorials offer a step-by-step approach to learning Rescheck creation. Rescheck tutorials are a fun way to learn Rescheck techniques by yourself or with others. Rescheck tutorials can show you how to create a Rescheck from start to finish. Overall, Rescheck examples and Rescheck tutorials have plenty of aspects that share similarities. In this version of the Rescheck example versus Rescheck tutorial, we have been asked to choose one as a winner. Since the more in-depth approach to Rescheck learning is a Rescheck tutorial, we're going to choose it as the winner. Rescheck examples are great, but only having a PDF to learn from can leave you in the dark on the more complex intricacies of Rescheck report creation online. A Rescheck tutorial giving you the knowledge and power to create a Rescheck, it's a great resource, and also the winner of this Rescheck battle. We thank you for reading the Rescheck blog. If you ended up needing us to create a Rescheck for you, we can. We charge $79 for any size plan. We can have it back to you in 4 to 6 hours. Process works like this: email a PDF, plan, job site address, and square footage to service@rescheck.info. and we will get you taken care of. If you're ready to get started, simply scroll to the top of the page, click the Buy Now button. That'll take you right to the checkout. Put the Rescheck in your cart, and you are ready to go. Thanks again for listening to the Rescheck blog.